Justin Bukowski, and that's Kerry Gibbs, and welcome to the first podcast recapping the 2012 BSN Collegiate Showcase. In this episode, we'll be discussing our top quarterbacks and running backs from the weekend, and highlighting some of their stats and testing time. I'm going to get right into it first. My quarterback from this weekend to watch is JVDR, John Vanderrot, quarterback from Azusa Pacific. His stats were incredible throughout the weekend. He tested very well, and he lived up to all the hype. And his nickname, the Tim Tebow of the NAIA, really came to fruition. He ran a 4.8440, a 4.1 time shuttle, and 13 bench reps on the bench press. And ironically, he was the only quarterback to bench press. He also, within the game, went 9 for 18 for 1 touchdown and 179 yards. He was my only quarterback that really made a great impression on me. I know there was a few others, but he really came to play, and he was the one I was most excited to see. So, Kerry, who were your quarterbacks to watch?
Yeah, I got a couple. I can't disagree with you on JVD or John Vanderrot from Azusa Pacific. He was, as advertised, very athletic. He showed in the game. He had a couple great runs in the game. He had a great day passing. And as you said, 13 reps on the bench is really, really good for a quarterback his size. And 4.75 40 time, which was right on par with the faster quarterbacks we had there. So, he was just, he was as advertised, just like we thought. And my second quarterback is Casey Terriot from Jackson State. Now, even though he didn't play in the game last Sunday, he displayed a great arm and great accuracy in the passing drills and the 7-on-7s. He had the lowest shuttle time, which was a 3.96. No one got below a 4 other than him. And he had an excellent vertical. We couldn't raise the vert high enough to where he couldn't get it. It was ridiculous. And, like I said, I wish he could have played in the game. I think he could have made a great impact. But, he had a great weekend.
Yeah, I believe that those two quarterbacks really came to play. We also had Lee Chappell, Dan Stiefel, and Dante Warren also tested out very well. But those were the top two quarterbacks in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get started with the running backs. My 3 running backs to watch. First of all, Tommy Addison from Shepherd. I believe he was the best overall running back there. I had a lot of expectations covering Division II this season. And he really, lived up to all my billing. He ran a 4.4940, which was one of the fastest ones there. And in the game, he also had 8 rushes for 57 yards. You could really tell that he followed his blockers and set up his blocks really well, even though he's not a big running back. My second guy, it was a tough situation for him. Kenny Jones out of University of Tennessee Martin lost his pads. The airlines lost his pads on his flight in. I can't do anything about that. I'd love to see him play in the game, but, the only thing he can really do is the combine. But he tested fantastic in all of the stations. He ran a 4.6840, which I was very impressed with, and he also threw up 22 reps on the bench press. Being in the weight room, I was very impressed with that. And finally, my last running back that made an impact on me this weekend was University of Mary running back Joshua Murray. I really didn't know what to expect out of the kid. I haven't covered that level of football all year, and I didn't really do my research on him, but he came in and he ran a 4.4940, the same as Tommy Addison. It was very impressive, both very quick guys. He ran a 4-second shuttle, and he had 18 reps on the bench press, which was one of the highest for the actual true running backs. Other than that, those were my 3 top guys to watch out for in the next level. So, Kerry, who were your running backs?
Well, I got to be honest with you. I knew very little about Tommy Addison coming in, but, after leaving, I was really, really impressed. And I was glad to see, a kid from a West Virginia college really perform well. As you said, he was ran a 4.4640, 15 reps. He's a strong back. Not like you said, not the biggest guy, but he's a very strong back that runs hard, follows his blockers. Sets up his blocks well. And I was really impressed with him this weekend. Like you said, I think he was the best running back we had there. And my second guy, again, another short and shifty, running back. We got Frank Wolf out of St. Francis. Very, very fast 40 time at a 4.31. He performed well when he got in the game. He got a few reps. He performed pretty well. And, he got some serious look from scouts due to that, really, really fast 40 time. So, look for him to be playing somewhere at the next level very, very soon.
I disagree with your running back picks. Other than that, I'm Justin Bukowski. That's Kerry Gift. Tune in later this week for more Showcase Recap podcast. Other than that, you stay classy, BSN.